We're now going to look at using the Diffusion MCP Server to explore remote topic views, which is the ability for topic views to consume topics from other servers or server clusters. So I first ask it to explain what remote topic views are, and it goes to the MCP server and gets the context to understand. As it says, the basic concept is that a secondary server can connect to a primary server, which is a different Diffusion server cluster, and consume topics from there. And it's showing you the topic view syntax for that. You say from remote server when you map. So you map topics from another server to topics on the local server. And it's describing basically how that works. Again, I won't read out all the details. This is something for you to explore yourself. So it's now looking into how you create remote servers, because they're a separate component from the topic view. It is actually the thing that defines how you connect. And there's three types of remote servers. Secondary initiator is where the secondary server connects to the primary server, and this is what you'll always use, really. The other two types are primary initiator and secondary acceptor. This happens when you want to connect the other way around. You want the primary server to connect to the secondary server. This option is available, rarely used, but it can be used if you want to, if you have restrictions of connecting inbound to the primary server and you want to connect outbound. But generally we'll talk about secondary initiators. That's what is the common case. So as usual here, I'm asking it to connect to the local Diffusion server as admin and show me how to create remote servers. To do that, I'm asking it to create a remote topic view, which specifies that it is consuming from a remote server, and how to set up the corresponding remote server. So first of all, it's creating a remote server. It's creating a secondary initiator. It's showing you there what it was going to call. You have to click allow on tools if you haven't used them before. So it's created it and performed a check on the connection. And as expected, it fails because the example it's got there, primary server example.com, is not really a URL. It's just setting up an example case. If you had another server you wanted to connect to, you could tell it to do so. Now it's creating a remote topic view that uses the remote server as its source. It's created the remote topic view, it's listing it, it's listing remote servers, just checking everything's there. Now what happens here is if the remote server did manage to connect, which it will keep trying to do, then the topic view will immediately come into play and will start creating the local reference topics. As it says there, when the primary server is available, the topic view will start creating reference topics. But it is currently failed, and in this example I'm not going to try to connect to another server, but you can try that yourself. Just to see in the console what we have here. We have a topic view, remote sensors view, map sensors from primary cluster to local sensors. The significant thing here is the from primary cluster. To see the remote server, we go to the Network tab and Remote Servers in the console, and we here see Primary Cluster, which is a secondary initiator. It's got the URL it's connecting to, and it shows that it's retrying. It's trying to connect, but can't at the moment. And very briefly, that's it really. That's how you can use the MCP server to show you how to create a remote topic view with a remote server. And you can give it the specifics you require. If you've got two separate diffusion servers, you can consume topics from one and publish them on another. So now I'll just ask it to remove the remote server. Again, allow the tool. And it always checks that it's done as expected. And as it points out, the topic view is still there, but it's now dormant because the remote server no longer exists. The topic view is effectively disabled. It will stay there, but if the remote server does get created again, it will attempt to use it. So now remove the topic view. Summarizes what it's done. And I just ask you to disconnect so everything's tidy. If we go back here now, we should find that we have no topic views and no remote servers, as expected. We also see the MCP server's connection is gone. We've just got the console itself there.